could be PFOAs, which are the flame retardants that became ubiquitous, around that same timeline. It could be cell phones. It could be Wi-Fi radiation. So there's a
That's unlikely.
What?
Isn't that very unlikely, though?
It could be ultrasound. Yeah, of course. Well, I think the Wi-Fi radiation is a lot worse than people think it is, but, I don't think...
How so?
Well, Wi-Fi radiation does all kinds of bad things, including causing cancer.
Wi-Fi radiation causes cancer?
Yeah, from your cell phone. I mean, there's cell phone tumors. I'm representing hundreds of people who have cell phone tumors behind the ear. It's always on the ear that you favor with your cell phone. And we have the science. So if anybody lets us in front of a jury, it will be over.
So what is the number? Because a lot of people use
there's
cell
a lot of people with it. They're glioblastomas. That's the kind of cancers that they get. But cancer's not the worst thing. They also, it opens up. Wi-Fi radiation opens up your blood-brain barrier. And so all these toxins that are in your body can now go into your brain.
How does Wi-Fi radiation open up your blood-brain barrier?
Yeah, now you're gone beyond my expertise. But what there are. I'm going to use a number here, and you're going to think it's hyperbole, but it's not. There are tens of thousands of studies that show the horrendous danger of Wi-Fi radiation, and
this is Wi-Fi that's in this room.
Yeah, it's
Wi-Fi routers.
You should not be and you should not let your kids carry their cell phones on their breasts, particularly a woman, because they're associated with breast. They shouldn't be holding them in the breast pocket. If you have to, put them in your butt pocket. You should not be having them near your head when you're sleeping. You need to get away, and you should never put one next to your head. You should always. I will never put this next to my head. I put it on I put it on speakerphone or use earphones. But I won the case on this issue, suing FCC and FDA about it, and the court sided with me. So now they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and do it. But the Russians. Russians know more about Wi-Fi radiation than anybody. They developed it as a weapon, and a lot of the really good science came out of Russia. And the Russians won't let kids use cell phones in kindergarten or in grade school. A lot of the schools in Russia don't let cell phones in there because of the danger. And the levels of radiation that they allow from cell phones is like 1/100th of what. And I don't know exactly what it is, so that's a number people shouldn't hold me to, but it is a tiny fraction of what we allow in this country.
So the Wi-Fi radiation is obviously different than cell phone radiation. So you're talking about people that are just in a room with Wi-Fi are being exposed to something that's dangerous?
People have different sensitivities to it. Some people are extremely sensitive. They become completely debilitated from it. And
really?
We have
from
a woman,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we have a woman who developed an allergy to Wi-Fi. She was in the Israeli Defense Forces, and she was in their cyber warfare unit. She was in a room with it all the time, and suddenly she developed and she's a brilliant lawyer. And she's one of the leaders of, in this movement to make sure that they don't put Wi-Fi antennas on elementary schools, which they're doing now. There's no control over where people put these antennas.